Hire fast, fire faster, and promote the fastest. That's not me, that's Gary Vaynerchuk. But before I ever knew who Gary Vaynerchuk was, I had a mentor 20 years ago that taught me this very thing. So let's break it down. I had a lot of success with this for a lot of years. Hire fast. You have a fast-paced business, you got to hire a bunch of people, okay? The hiring process is always a gamble. You don't know. Everybody tells you the same thing in the hiring process. I'm the greatest employee in the world and I have open availability. 2 weeks into their employment, they have no availability and you realize they're not so great. But you got to keep hiring, man. If you need 2 people, you got to hire 4 people and figure it out, okay? Fire faster. Why would we fire faster than we hire? Well, when you're firing someone, you know they're not working out. You know they're not good for the business. You know they're not good for the collective. So you get rid of them. It's simple. You know in your heart that this isn't going to work out, okay? You didn't know that when you hired them, but now you know that. So you have to fire faster. And the third thing is promote fastest. This way you don't lose people. Here in Florida, every season we have this changing of the employees. Somebody who wanted a promotion at my business went someplace else. And somebody who didn't get the promotion at that business came to my place. You got to promote them fastest. The bell captain who kind of runs the front office at the hotel, we made him the front office manager because he just basically did the job. But people say things like, "Oh my God, what's going to happen with the bell staff? And we can't move him up." Well, guess what? He deserved to move up. Okay. Same thing. Let's say a host who wants to be a server. She's 19 years old now. You don't promote her, she's going to go someplace else. Somebody's going to promote her, and then you're not going to have a host nor a server. All because you didn't want to deal with losing a host. You have to give people what they've earned. Okay. Remember, we don't ever do anything that harms anyone. We don't ever do anything that takes away from anyone. Okay. Now, you're probably saying, well, you're saying fire people and you're taking away their job and, you're hurting them. Well, let's look at it this way, okay? What I did by hiring fast and firing faster is I did my job. And when somebody's not working out, isn't it your job to make sure that you don't do anything that harms the business or the collective? If it harms the business, it harms every individual in the building. So, that the taking away from someone is far greater in that respect because it affects so many people. But when you just terminate that person's employment and the entire collective soul that is your staff is able to move on without disruption and prosper, that's when you've done your job. Remember, training dollars are hard to come by, so please make sure, as a hospitality manager, no matter how high up you are, take part in people's training because sometimes you'll figure out a couple days into it that it's not going to work out. Good luck. Peace.